Pokemon Go attracts fitness and dating apps, Sony posts a small profit, Twitter streams eSports, and more. It's Friday, July 29th, and this is Crunch Report. At this point, we all know that Pokemon Go is insanely, annoyingly popular, and that means we're now seeing new apps that are built on top of the game. For one thing, there's PokiFit, which is a fitness app that gives players a dashboard overlaid on the game, showing things like distance traveled and steps taken. In other words, it helps you understand the fitness benefit of the game. And if you're feeling good about how Pokemon Go makes you look, there are also companies offering different types of dating activities around the app. For example, Project Fixup is willing to set you up on Poke Dates, while Poke Match offers a Tinder-style interface, but specifically for people who want to go Pokemon hunting. So hey, common interest, right? In case you're wondering, none of these apps appear to be as popular as Tinder or Pokemon Go, at least not yet. Sony posted a slim profit of $205 million for its first quarter of 2016. Its finances were hit by a number of different factors, including an earthquake near its manufacturing operations, the strong yen, and the downsizing of its smartphone business. At least, however, that downsizing has paid off, with Sony Mobile breaking even compared to losing more than $500 million during the same period last year. And Sony's Games and Network unit is doing really well, accounting for 75% of the company's profits. Speaking of Sony Gaming, the company also released a pamphlet with details about what you'll need for PlayStation VR. It's recommending a 6-foot by 10-foot play area, which is larger than what's needed for the HTC Vive. The pamphlet also says players should stay seated as a default, and that applications that ask you to stand up and walk around should have very clear instructions so you don't, hurt yourself. PlayStation VR is expected to launch on October 13th and be one of the more accessible options for virtual reality, at least once you're ready to go beyond using your phone. Twitter is streaming its very first eSports competition starting today thanks to a partnership with eLeague. Through Twitter, you can watch live coverage with commercial breaks of eLeague's semifinals and championships as players compete in playing Counter-Strike. This isn't an exclusive deal, but eLeague will be doing other stuff on Twitter like tweeting out highlights and GIFs. At the same time, Twitter has been striking a bunch of streaming deals with Wimbledon, the NFL, Major League Baseball, and others. This just shows that esports are going to be part of the mix. Big data integration. Probably doesn't sound like the most exciting thing for a tech company to focus on, but it seems to be working for Talend, a French-American company that made its debut on the public markets today. The company started trading on NASDAQ at a price of $27.66, up 53% from its IPO price, giving it a valuation of $537 million. CEO Mike Tuchin said, "Today is an important milestone which became possible in part because of our singular focus on enabling organizations of all types to become data-driven, an increasingly necessary skill in a world where data has become a strategic asset." Now, we don't want to read too much into a single, relatively under-the-radar IPO, but given all the concern recently about tech IPOs, this could be encouraging news, particularly for international companies looking at the US market. That's the report for today. I'm Anthony Hoff, filling in for Tito Hamzy. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TechCrunch.com. You can also find us on iTunes and on YouTube. Your regular host, Tito Hamzy, will be back next week.